To America, America, America. Yeah, we're coming again to save the mother day now, America. Yeah, freedom is the only way now. New world order, the game is through. Cause now you gotta answer to Captain America. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. Because at that point, Trey Parker is going. We're gonna get hit with a trademark copyright by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, so I'm gonna stop. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Buttery Show. I am Captain Falcon, Captain Black America. This,
Careful.
I gotcha. This is soon to be Miles Morales, and we're here to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or as I like to call it, Captain Falcon. If people like to call it Captain America, the Winter Soldier, I prefer to call it Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Is that right, buddy? Yup. And there's Bucky right here. Here's Filipino Bucky. Anyways, what's up? Oh my God, we can't hear this guy. See, this is what happens when they say one nation, stuff like that. Nah. Anyways, so ladies and gentlemen, we are here to discuss, in my opinion, one of the best shows on Disney Plus at the time, Falcon and Winter Soldier. If you're watching this on YouTube and on the Facebooks, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, or little Spider Boy right here is going to Hulk out and it's going to destroy the entire world with unlimited power. There you go. Anyways, so without further ado, it looks like I'm soloing this like Captain America's 3 solo movies, even though the third one's not really a solo movie, but I digress. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a 2020. Oh, never mind. Here comes Filipino Bucky again. He's disappearing, just like when he killed. Are you going to disappear again? Yep, he's disappearing again. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is an American television miniseries created by Malcolm Spellman for Disney Plus, based on the Marvel comic book characters that are featured. Sam Wilson, who is the Falcon, and Bucky, who is the Winter Soldier. It is the second television series in the Marvel Cinematic Universe produced by Marvel Studios, sharing continuity with the films of the franchise, and set 6 months after Sam Wilson was handed the mantle of Captain America in the film Avengers Endgame. Wilson teams up with Bucky Barnes to stop anti-patriots who believe the world was better during the blip. Spellman serves as the head writer for the series, which was directed by Kari Skogland. Now, for those of you who don't know who what do you call it? Malcolm Spellman is. Malcolm Spellman is he is best known for his work on the show Empire.
My bad, guys.
Oh,
I'm back. I'm back.
It's okay.
Audio down.
It's all good. We were just talking about Malcolm Spellman because before this show, he was best known for his work on the show Empire, Maine, with Terrence Howard, Maine, and Taraji P. Henson, who is my favorite go-to crazy chick that you need for every single Tyler Perry movie to make it somewhat entertaining. I'm pretty sure at some point we will be reviewing a Tyler Perry movie, and I'm gonna let the jokes speak for themselves. Anyways, here's a U.S. agent right here, because let's just face it, I'm sorry, I think Ryan would be the perfect John Walker, because he already has the act of John Walker.
This is my shield. I'm the new Captain America. Okay, got that?
Don't be. Hey. Hey, no, remember he's like, hey, I need to talk to Captain America's wingman. I'm sorry, it's because I'm black, huh?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry, when he said that, I'm pretty sure Battlestar, even though Battlestar gets jacked, Battlestar gets freaking got towards the end of the show. That was funny. If you looked at him like, bro, I know I'm probably your one black friend, but don't ever say that again. That was almost like, I think that was Disney's take on him saying the N-word. Anyways, I love the show, in case you guys want to know. I have problems with it, but we'll talk about that.
It's a good show. I'll be honest. Sorry, I got hot in here.
Yeah, so, I mean, and we all know the stars. We have Sebastian Stan with Anthony Mackie. And Anthony Mackie, love him. Love that dude. I mean, he not only has he been the Marvel movies, he was in Captain America 2. He was in Avengers 2 as a cameo. He was in Ant-Man, Captain America 3, Avengers 3, Avengers 4. And outside that, I mean, he was Tupac in Notorious, and we kind of want to forget about that because I love you, Anthony Mackie. That the script that you were given really made your Tupac portrayal kind of forgettable. But if we do a hip hop month where we just read hip hop movies, I have a lot to say about Notorious. And then he was also Clarence, who went to a private school and never told anybody until Eminem beat his ass in a rap battle on 8 Mile, which still is arguably one of the greatest soundtracks of the 21st century. Just saying. And then you have Sebastian Stan, who outside of doing that, he was in one of my favorite movies. He was in the Hot Tub Time Machine. And when he thought that John Cusack, Craig Robinson, and Kick-Ass's friend were Russian communists from Red Dawn. That was funny. And then you have returning characters. You have Sharon Carter. You have George St. Pierre's character, and then we're also introduced to John Walker, aka U.S. Agent, and we got Julia Dreyfus as Madam Viper. I think it's Madam Viper, right? Is her name Madam Viper?
She's Madam Hydra.
Madam Hydra.
Well, in the comics, she's Madam Hydra. She's something Valentine. I don't know her name in the game, but basically, in the comics, she's technically Madam Hydra.
Yeah, but in this continuity, she's essentially creating the Thunderbolts.
Yep.
Anyways,
basically, she's the Amanda Waller of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, yeah, because unfortunately, William Hurt, rest his soul, is gone, and we can't get the actual Thunderbolts that I was writing and hoping was going to happen. But I digress. Ryan, what was your first time you watched this show, and what were some takes you got from it? Go ahead.
I'll be honest. This is actually one of the shows I was not excited about that much, really. I was actually excited more for Loki.
Everyone was excited. Okay, I'm gonna be really. I'm on level with you. Everyone was excited for Loki.
I'll say, because the thing is, I'll say this. Before going in, I'm gonna be honest here. I wasn't really a fan of the Winter Soldier or even Falcon himself. Maybe it's because they didn't really put him to the light like Captain America was.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, back to crazy.
No, I'm serious. I wasn't. The thing is, I didn't believe that they could be a big, like we call. Because thing is, when I first got into this, right? I guess hot take.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
Before they got into this, I get it. Sam became Captain America, but thing is, they're just following the comics. Because thing is, in my opinion, and I wanted, let's say, Bucky to get the shield, right? That wasn't my thing, right? Because it would show, he's a flawed character. At least he'll get his redemption as Captain America, right? Because in my opinion, it felt too soon for Sam to be Captain America. And guess, they're following the comics, right? Because the thing is, I was hoping it would be Bucky first. But they're going to Sam. Okay, I don't know. I didn't really read into much Captain America comics. But going into this, I was like, okay. I thought they were gonna make a Disney Plus series focus on the Falcon. I was like, okay. But the thing is, like Falcon and Winter Soldier was like, so that kind of made me nervous. Like, wait, so if they had to put Bucky in here, that just makes. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
I get what you mean.
You need to use another Marvel character to help showcase your show.
Well, in this case, I understand why they didn't. This is where I can defend the show because I really do enjoy the show. My take on it is that I was okay with Falcon and Winter Soldier having their own show. Like I would have been fine if Falcon had his own show because I honestly think Anthony Mackie can carry. And in case you guys don't believe me, there are several movies Anthony Mackie has been within the last 2 years that were Netflix original movies. They were all good. One of them had Frank Grillo who played Crossbones in the movie. So again, I can easily say that Anthony Mackie can carry. Now, having said that, Sebastian Stan can also carry. I mean, he was homeboy who Tommy Lee in the recent biography movie that came out.
I know. it's because like let's say this. Bucky, honestly, let's say this. Bucky wasn't really Bucky until let's say this. I'll say this before going
I
to the
hear
show.
this.
Like you're answering your
Okay.
question. Answer your question. I was like, I'm not really a fan of Sam Wilson as a major character. I'm like, I'm not. I'd rather have, let's say, Rhodey, because
See,
I do love War Machine. I love War Machine.
okay,
I'm
I
like,
can agree with you on that. I can agree with you on
but
that.
I'm like, because I was hoping maybe just make him a movie. Like, okay, make at least make him at least a movie. Because the thing is, okay, why do you, okay? But then when I watched it, it's like, okay, I was effing wrong. I love this show. I'm like, okay, now there's some problems with it, but I freaking love this show. It's actually in my top 3 Disney Plus series for Marvel, the MCU. Yeah, my number 1 is still gonna be Loki. It's still gonna be Loki.
Everyone's gonna
It's
say
gonna be
Loki's the
Loki.
number one because
My number 2 is actually Miss Marvel, but this is my number 3.
okay, I'm not. I'm gonna. This is a hot take. I've watched the first 2 episodes of Miss Marvel. I'm honestly, I'm trying. I think the girl who plays Kamala Khan is perfect. The script could be better, but again, I'm only through the first 2 episodes. I gotta watch the rest of it,
It gets way
and then I
better.
got
It gets way better.
and then I gotta power through She-Hulk because I was told one thing that She-Hulk says to Bruce that pisses me off out, and at some point we're gonna talk about She-Hulk. I have a lot to say about that.
But going to say,
But going
I
back to
love the
this,
show. Like before,
okay.
I was so like, I wasn't really hyped. Like, okay, maybe it might just. I could tell like they're just copying Winter Soldier again. But I'm like, oh shit, this is actually a really good show.
Okay, see, I was the exact opposite. I didn't think they were copying Winter Soldier. Clearly, the Russos I had at some point had a hand in this show because let's just face it, I love the director of the first Captain America movie. When the Russo brothers came in for Cap 2 and 3, and then led the way for Avengers 3 and 4, it changed the freaking game, bro. So I was a little more optimistic about it because the fact that I love the Russo brothers' work, and I think whoever was going to be the executive producer of this show outside of Feige, if someone was going to be watching and be producer or executive producer outside of Feige, they're going to make sure like we need to keep that element that the Winter Soldier and Civil War had. That is what helped change the landscape for the Marvel movies. And after seeing the trailers, I'm like, okay, I'm hooked. John Walker, the U.S. agent's gonna be in this, and I've been asking for U.S. agent for God knows how long, and we're finally getting him. And you got Kurt Russell's son.
I'll say this. I'll say this.
Go ahead.
I'll say this.
Go ahead. I'll finish after you're done.
I'll be honest. As much as I love seeing these characters go up in the light. I'm sorry. All the scenes involved U.S. agent. I loved it. I know people say I don't love it. It's like I did. I was like, I'm sorry, freaking Kurt Russell's son. What's his name? Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt Russell.
He's the star of the show. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. Much as I love Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie, he steals the show. Every scene he steals it. I love it.
Bro, I said this on Twitter, and I'm like, watching Wyatt Russell act, I'm like, and just the way he looks and the smile, I'm like, goddamn, dude, you look just like your daddy. You can act, and
He's a good actor.
And you got your mama's eyes. Because in case y'all want to know, that is the son of Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. In case you don't know who Goldie Hawn is, watch Death Becomes Her.
Oh yeah.
Have y'all reviewed Death Becomes Her yet?
No, I watched it though.
I want to review it with you. I need someone to review it. Maybe I think this would be more in Jen's wheelhouse, but
It's just let's see. But next week we're actually reviewing another film that's actually my girlfriend's request. I won't say it is, but it's an anime film. But anyway,
let me finish up. I think the show itself, yes, it has issues, and I do want to talk about them.
Leo, can you put your mic a little up? It's a little low. Yeah.
Sorry.
Your mic. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit.
Can you hear me now?
A little higher.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So. I'm gonna turn that. Okay. Now, going back to what I was saying, I do think that overall, this show gave me everything I wanted because, truth be told, if anyone's a fan of Lethal Weapon, if you like Lethal Weapon, you're gonna love the antics of both Wilson and Barnes, because it's just like Riggs and Murtaugh to a certain extent from Lethal Weapon. I like this show. I'm I was iffy about how they gave Falcon the mantle of Captain America. We'll talk about that though. But going into the show now, I really wanted. If there's one negative I really want, that I can talk about. I really wanted Don Cheadle. I want more Don Cheadle in this movie, not in the movie show. Unfortunately, he's only in one episode, and I'm like, Don Cheadle, why are you in this one episode? Which is the first episode when they take Cap's shield to the Smithsonian. And this is the exact same episode you find out that they took the shield out of the Smithsonian and gave it to the freaking John Walker. But I'm over here like, Donnie, I know you're doing Space Jam 2 next door. I want more of you though. I want War Machine. If there's anything I can say that's honestly disrespectful about so far, I really want War Machine in a Marvel movie. I want more of him, or give him his own show. I know Secret Invasion's coming out, but I want more Don Cheadle. I really do. He is so underutilized, and the only time you saw him being put into the forefront was Cap 3, Avengers 3, and Avengers 4. That's my one thing. But what I do love about this show, superheroes need salaries.
You did. You puked.
Because the moment Sam Wilson is going to try to get a loan for his sister's boat, and the dude's like, "Look, man, I can't really give you this money." I'm like, "Bro, I saved the world. I brought people back. You don't give me this money?" I laughed so hard, and I'm like, even if you save the world, they still won't disrespect you because you black. I'm just saying.
No, another thing too is like it just shows like shit. Superheroes don't get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, credit to Tony Stark, he did give him a home.
But no. Hold on, no. That's bullcrap. I'm gonna say that.
No, I mean like Avengers facility, like they had like 3 meals a day as long as they do superhero stuff.
Again, no. See, this is where I have to say Tony Stark's. We can curse kind of on this show, right?
Yeah, you can curse.
This is why I say, as much as I love Tony Stark is an asshole. You want to know why? This fool got billions. You mean to tell me this asshole couldn't put anyone on payroll? Like you couldn't hey yo, like especially with Captain America. When remember Adventures Age of Ultron, Falcon was like, you found a place in Brooklyn, and Cap's like, I can't even afford a place in Brooklyn. I'm like, bro, you got a billionaire as a homie. Ask him, hey, yo, Tony, can you at least buy up some property for us to live in? Like, and so that way or hell, make it where he has to shack up with Daredevil or Luke Cage or Jessica Jones or freaking Iron Fist. This is why I don't understand why superheroes in Marvel don't get paid. Why? Anyways, I digress. So I'm glad they brought that up. I also like the camaraderie between Sam and Bucky, the back and forth, and you understand why, like, and that Bucky is not the biggest fan of Sam because it's like, yo, Steve chose you to carry his mantle, and you put it in the museum. And he's like, bro, I'm not a super soldier. I don't have heightened senses where I know when I throw a shield, it's gonna go this way, and then come back to me. Now, I don't know how John Walker did it. I really don't know how John Walker did it. That's still a mystery on its own. Because now, granted, when he gave himself the super soldier serum that Zemo was trying to destroy, it made a lot more sense. But John Walker, regular ass human, John Walker, and regular ass human sidekick Battlestar, working that thing like they knew how to work it to begin with. Hell no. I am not boo-boo's fool, dog. No. So that's actually my biggest problem. If we're gonna talk about issues with the show, you let regular ass humans with no superpowers work this joint and make it look like they've been working this joint for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
So I will agree with people on that. But going back, again, I'm digressing. I do apologize. Sam and Bucky's camaraderie and the chemistry between Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan was the biggest win of the show. I think without these two, this show low key would kind of fail. I said low key, this show would have kind of failed. Oh god. I said low key, this show would have kind of failed.
Yeah.
So I am happy that they managed to get these two together and introduce some new elements that will probably be in Captain America 4 New World Order, which we'll talk. Matter of fact, I'm talking way too much, Ryan. Go ahead. What were your likes and dislikes, and we can talk about like the villains and stuff like that.
Yeah. Sorry guys, it's because like I was putting the comments thing in my iPad, so make sure no one says anything bad. So sorry guys, I was paying attention. But I was saying, so no, I was not looking at my phone. People, yeah. So anyway, my likes and dislikes. My likes and dislikes. My likes is I like the action. The action's really good. It's for a limited series. I'll say this: the cinematography is really, really good. Really, really good. Now I'll say this: I wish we got more episodes. That's my only complaint. And also, well, I can go into my likes. Action. I like how, honestly, I'll say this: I like the fact that we saw Sam Wilson's backstory. I loved it, but I wish there was more background in his actual history, like him in the army, like flashback scenes. I would love to see that. But at least we got a hint. Maybe in the next movie we'll get to see that in his actual movie, New World Order. But I do want to see his background in the military, because the thing is with Bucky's already established. He's already established. He's just there to help. Basically, in my opinion, I think Bucky's just there to help guide Sam through the next phase of his life, because that is someone close to Steve.
Yeah.
Right? Now, going back to likes, I love. What's your actor's name? Who played Sharon Carter? Emily Van Camp.
Yeah,
she kills it. Even though she's only like 3 episodes, she kills it in this role. And also, I love in the actually, even though I say John Walker, but I take it back. I know I said John Walker celebration scene, but the main star of this show is not even the hero. It's not the hero. It's actually one of the. It's not actually. It's one of the anti-heroes now. I'll give you guys a hint.
Yeah.
Look.
Trouble Man talks about the struggles of the black community. He's out of line, but he's also right.
Baron Zemo. This is what I love. Honestly, this is what I love about Marvel. They can make someone who's a villain into a hero with good writing. And Baron Zemo, I want to see more Baron Zemo.
Well, Thunderbolts. So
he was underutilized in Falcon. In Captain America: Civil War.
Well, I can argue that because I can argue that he wasn't, because just like Batman vs Superman, Lex Luthor wasn't really in that movie all that much.
Oh yeah, he was basically just you're right.
Yeah, he was the one orchestrating all the events. Now, granted,
oh my god,
Civil War did a better job at that, but I digress.
Yes. Well, before we continue, let's look at the comments. Because I don't want people saying like, shit. It's like, I don't know. Okay, I'll be honest. There is some stuff in Phase 4 that's kind of hit or miss. Eternals, but Okay,
no. We are not gonna go there. I am in the Eternals Defense Force. Eternals is a good movie. Listen. I can argue this all day and night on why I think the Eternals is actually a pretty damn good movie.
Okay, then that's the next film we're going to discuss.
Fine.
The only reason why I watched that film because of my wife Gemma Chan.
I hope your girl is watching this.
Oh shit, she is watching. Hey, honey. Dude, look. Leo.
Oh yeah, Falcon and Winter are the best partners in Marvel. Okay. I would say maybe Iron Man, War Machine, or Strange and Wong, but that's just me personally.
Mommy said you dress baby.
Falcon. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Shouts to my girlfriend. Shouts to my girl. What's up, Andrea? And
yo, girl. Yeah, and look. Andrea, he clearly is trying to get homegirl from Eternals. Just letting you know. Just be careful. Be careful. Okay.
Yeah, and the Kyrie. But yeah, I'll say this. Okay, my dislikes. I forgot my dislikes. My dislikes. It could have been bigger. Also, my other dislike. longer. Yeah. My dislikes. honestly, I'll be honest.
Go ahead.
Phase 4 kind of suffers a little bit of the Marvel villain syndrome again. From Phase 1?
Oh
Like,
wait, they
Falcon
didn't
Winter Soldier
stop
suffers.
suffering.
Falcon Winter Soldier suffers from the original Phase 1 villain problem.
Wait, Marvel didn't stop suffering. I'm joking.
No, Phase 3 had good. What are you talking about? Phase 3 had good villains.
Hold on. I know, but my thing here's my thing is that I've seen so far. I have seen villains of all the Phase 4 movies and TV shows. The only villains that were remotely like I can actually get with Kang, um, the Mandarin,
Yeah,
the
Mandarin.
actual Mandarin.
Actual Mandarin, yeah. I actually felt bad when he died.
And honestly, I know that these are just villains from other Spider-Man movies, but Goblin,
Dude, he was the best villain of the MCU. I mean, of Phase 4.
But the problem, and here's the problem, and we're gonna go back to the show. Here's the problem. That's because he was a Tobey Maguire villain. Don't get me wrong. Mysterio and Vulture were great villains, but in order to fix your issues that you had so far with Phase 4, Black Widow, the Eternals, like, well, I'll say this, Icarus was kind of lacking.
But going back to here, like, okay, so you guys, the villains of this series is actually, to be honest, what are they getting? Like the
Flag Smashers.
The Flag Smashers. So you guys didn't know the Flag Smash was actually an actual main villain in the Captain America comics.
Yeah.
So in MCU, they made this into a terrorist group.
Yeah.
Or basically a rebellion. Well, we can't say terrorist. We say like a rebellious, world order group.
What was their slogan? One thing.
One world, one people.
What was it again?
One world, one people.
One people. There you go.
Now I'll say this: what their ideals is basically, they said that basically they're anti-government, anti-anything, right? And he said, and their belief is like they believe in the world that was what's it cat? During the blimp.
During the blimp.
Yeah, during the snap. So basically, they didn't like the world now because they felt that overpopulation, all the stuff, yada yada yada. Basically, I'll say this. Basically, they are very. I don't see what their point is. They do have some points that could be right, but it's more extremist. To the point, even Falcon himself is like, "Oh yeah, you guys are right in some point, but you guys take the extremist approach."
Yeah.
So, yeah, but again, like they could have been interesting villains, but thing is, their writing was not good. Like,
no, there wasn't.
There was not good. Like, I didn't like what's her name, Kylie. Carly. No, and Timo, she's an MCU original villain.
Yeah.
And I did not like her.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll say this is that I think honestly, I think it would have been better if Sharon Carter was the villain the whole time.
Power broker.
Pulling the strings, yeah, power broker.
Power broker.
Yeah, because and then this is the first time we're also introduced to the city with all the villains in the comic.
Madripoor.
Madripoor.
Keep in mind before we continue. So Madripoor. See, remember I told you like Marvel's already hinting the mutants, X-Men.
You think they're in Madripoor?
Madripoor is basically that was one of the big settings in X-Men comic books.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shoot, Madripoor isn't. When I saw, oh shoot, they're actually gonna put X-Men now because Madripoor the comics is legit one of the big settings, one of like the main settings in X-Men universe. Well, X-Men storylines, X-Men.
Yeah, outside Genosha and Krakoa and Savage Lands.
Yeah.
But no, I honestly think I think them introducing Sharon Carter and then you realize that she's heel turning because she's pissed about what happened, which. I'm not gonna lie, her heel turning is petty as hell. She's definitely okay. And
you can
go ahead.
The thing about Sharon Carter is you can see why she heel turned, right? Basically, her own country went against her.
So did Captain America.
No, but I know it's petty, but thing is, she's
definitely a Virgo.
I know, but the thing is, she lost
Virgo
everything.
rising.
The thing with
Rising.
the thing with Captain America is,
Rising.
even though he rebelled, even though
Yeah.
he rebelled, like he still did for greater good, right? And people will still love him. He's still Captain America, right?
So
But
why
like,
is she salty? Here's the thing though. Here's the thing, Sharon. You sided with Cap. You knew what was going to happen if you didn't. So why are you being petty as hell right now? That's my one thing. Don't get me wrong. I think her as Power Broker is fantastic. I think the reason for it is, woman, you knew what you were getting yourself into. And let's just face it, you wanted to smash Steve Rogers. I'm just gonna keep it 110 for all yous right now in the peanut gallery. Sharon Carter wanted some Steve Rogers. Okay?
you basically kissed her own niece, his own niece.
Okay. I will defend that too, because it didn't really mean that. It was like a serenity. It was like a serenity moment.
Hey guys, you saw incest. You saw incest, right?
It's not, but no, it's not though. It really isn't, because keep in mind, Cap went into the future.
Not anymore. Now it's incest. Technically, that's his uncle now.
Nah,
No. That's his uncle now.
Peggy and Cap.
That's his
never
uncle
smashed.
now. That's his uncle. That's incest.
Peggy and Cap never smashed. Peggy and Cap never.
Nah, no more. There's a new timeline. They smash now.
No. Remember. Whatever you do will not alter the past. It'll make a brand new timeline. Remember, the Watcher did say that, and the Ancient One said that. So we're still in this continuity timeline. So no, it is not incest.
Captain America.
Anyway, I will agree about the whole Carly thing. That's the reason why I think that, honestly, I really do think that Power Broker should have been the villain. Like have it where they're working with. If I could hit the Jim Cornette real quick. Take the banner off, by the way. Hit the Jim Cornette real quick.
Give me a sec, guys, because thing is getting slow.
Oh, you want this?
Here we go.
Come on, yeah, and take the banner off. If I could Jim Cornette this briefly, real quick. Here's the thing. What I would have done if I was the writer. There we are. If I was the writer, I would have had where Sharon was introduced in like episode 3, okay, and then leading all the way to the episode where it happens. I would have had her introduced as Power Broker early, okay, and not like in the last 2 episodes. I would have done like at least episode 4 or 5, but have it where Sam is talking to her the whole time when they put Cap Shield in the Smithsonian, when him and Bucky are talking, like have her in the shadows, have her in the background. We don't know what she's doing, but she's doing some devious stuff. That's how I would have done it. And make it where she's part of the Flag Smashers, have it where she's with Carly, and then have her betray Carly, and maybe put like George St. Pierre in as the final villain, and then pull an Echo like in Hawkeye, and Little Spider Boy's crying right now.
I want to be part of the podcast.
Anyways, so
he's like, I want to be part of the podcast.
Anyways, so overall here, let me give him this pacifier. There you go. Anyway. Okay, so anyways, so Ryan, continue from there. Go ahead. Like, give me your dislikes about because I've given mine. Go ahead.
I did say my dislikes.
It's his bedtime.
Okay. What did you think about them bringing back George St. Pierre as a Bellatrix to do who be kicking people?
This is my only problem with, again, another problem. I should put that. They kind of put too many characters into one series. That's old. That's why I wish it was longer. This is why I'm like, I'll be honest. As much as I'm loving She-Hulk right now, I wish it gave them much episodes to this one. Look at Daredevil. Look at Daredevil. Daredevil's gonna have 18 episodes.
That's because it's Daredevil. I
know, but thing is, you're introducing. Keep in mind, this is gonna be one of the heavy Avengers. This is Captain America. This is the new Captain America. And you're only giving him like what 6, 7 episodes? Like you should give him at least like 10 or 12. And the fact is that each episode's not even like 40 minutes or 50 minutes.
Yeah, some of them are like what 30, 35,
30,
maybe 40 minutes.
25.
They
Like
they are the length of an episode of Arrow
at least,
until the last episode.
yeah. Like, I think WandaVision was like 9 episodes.
WandaVision was 9 episodes, yes.
Yeah, at least give him 9 episodes because it's like too short. I'm like, dude, like I would. This is the only problem with the thing. Now I'm gonna say this again. It's a hot take. There's the
Go
reason
ahead.
why I felt that Auntie Mackie Sam Wilson was, in my opinion, I was not really excited as Captain America because we didn't see a lot of him in the movies. This is why I was hoping for Bucky, because we were introduced to Bucky in the first movie. Like he had the trauma, he had all the, he was freaking tortured for freaking 50 years.
Yup.
And then Winter Soldier,
and he killed Tony's dad.
yeah, but
And
yeah,
he
so
killed Black Widows.
and he killed a lot of people, and he didn't mean to. That's why he has trauma. Like he even said, that's why when Tony said like, "Do you remember?" It's like, "I do," and it's in his brain, right?
Yeah.
Because he couldn't control himself. That's why I was hoping that like Cap gave him the shield first. They could have Sam Wilson because the thing is, again, this is why reason why I know, of course, I know why Sam Wilson is Captain America. Right, follow the comics, and
Yeah.
And of course, put more diversity, right? Like the diversity. But in my opinion, they shouldn't have just gave it to Bucky first, because Bucky does deserve the shield. You just Captain America in the comics for a short time. Because if you put Bucky in the shield as Captain America, holy shit, like that'll be the ultimate redemption story. He can redeem himself in his country. Like, hey, someone that did foul and cruel things in the past could be reformed. That's a good story to follow. That's why I was hoping. Because thing is, during Avengers Endgame, when Cap gave the shield to Sam, I was like, oh, that's kind of too soon. Because I did not feel anything for Sam. Like, yeah, he only had like what, 3 movies?
He had
Like,
Cap 2, Ant-Man, Avengers 2, Cap 3, Avengers 3, and Avengers 4.
Yeah, but we did not grow up with him a lot. Well,
no, I mean, I think he came into his own during Civil War because you saw him have better tech during the first fight scene.
Yeah, first fight scene, but we didn't feel a more personal level.
Because
Bucky has a more personal level. That's the reason why I felt like he should have been Cap first. And people say in the comments like, "Oh, no, I want Sam to be Cap." But the thing is, I felt Bucky should have been Cap first because that would have been the ultimate redemption story. Like, there's an episode in this series. Remember when we went? Oh yeah, we got to talk about Dora.
Oh, Isaiah Bradley.
Isaiah Bradley. Oh, the Dora Milaje.
Oh, I got this. Anyways, okay, so going into that, we're gonna actually talk about how like the redemption of Captain America's mantle is not just for Bucky; it's for anybody who has at some point been Captain America after Steve and before Sam. Hence, the reason why we talk about Isaiah Bradley, played by the voice of John Jones in the Justice League cartoon, and was John Jones' daddy in Supergirl. I can't remember the actor's name, but thank you, Falcon and Winter Soldier, for actually talking about Red, White, and Black. In case you guys never heard of it, Red, White, and Black was a miniseries that talked about what the government did after Cap was frozen. They actually passed the mantle on to another guy named Isaiah Bradley, who was an African American who was part of the secret project during Tuskegee Airmen, where they actually experimented on it and stuff like that. He got in trouble and was put away for years for serving his country. They framed him. After he got in trouble, they didn't even do a damn thing to help him.
Yeah, that's why, if I had to rewrite the show, right? If Bucky was Captain America, he would have seen Isaiah. Oh shoot, there was a Captain America, and that could maybe make Bucky's like, hey, you know what? In the future, like maybe a tease, like, oh Sam, maybe you could be Captain America when I'm when I'm done. Because of course, Bucky wants a retirement life. Like, come on. They could see here he's kind of done with everything, right? Now he's gonna be in Thunderbolts, but I could say here he kind of wants a life that's retirement-y, right? Like, you give it to now Sam. That's why I felt that it should have been Bucky as Cap first, then Sam. And there was 3 teases, remember? Like in Winter Soldier, he held the Cap shield.
Yes, and during Civil War where they were tag teaming Iron Man.
Yeah, so that's where he had teased. So I'm like, that's why I was like, wait, Sam's gonna be Captain America? I mean, that's kind of too quick, but okay. But again, going back to scene when okay guys, you don't know the Dora Milaje is in the series. I think
Yeah,
for 2 episodes.
yes,
And we do
ball
see
ship is
Wakanda.
a
We see
war.
Wakanda. We see Wakanda. And this is why reason why Bucky, like, I love the fact this is Bucky's redemption story. That's why I felt that she should have been capped, because it would have been the perfect timing. Like, oh, I can redeem my sins as
And
Captain America.
Bucky loves him some black women. That is canon. That's facts. Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, loves him some black women because he knows black women are beautiful. But let me refocus. Black women are beautiful, but let me refocus. He loves him some black women. So, yo, at that point, I understand. Bucky should have been capped. Bucky should have been capped because I ain't see Steve Rogers getting no. I'm joking. I love Steve Rogers, but real talk. Bucky Barnes loves him some black women, so you know he's down for the cause. Just saying. I'm just saying. Continue. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. So anyway, back I was saying, right? Yeah, like the Dora Milaje in this film, and I like the fact that they showed how Bucky was able to carry away some brainwash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to the Dora Milaje and thanks to Wakanda. So basically, that's why he's the White Wolf. Oh god, White Wolf gets American. Oh my god. But anyway. But now let's talk about John Walker and his wing.
Yes.
So I love the fact that the series does talk about like you don't need superpowers to be a superhero. Now that's the reason why now I kind of stand with Sam Wilson's Captain America. I'll be honest. Looking at it, I was like, now even though I think it's too early for Sam being Captain America. That speech in the ending, the final episode, that actually got me like, oh shoot, he is right.
Mm-hmm.
He is. I mean, people do complain about that being too woke. I'm like, it's not. It's actually reality. That's reality.
I mean,
I won't say the speech, but if you guys watch it, it's like shit. That is reality.
I have to like I see where okay. This is where I have to see the other side on why it's too woke. Because of a lot of stuff I'm not even gonna say, but a lot of stuff that was happening in America back in 2019 and 2020. I can understand on the other side why people think it's too woke of a speech. But y'all need to shut your asses up. We got a black man being Captain America who's trying to redeem her mantle, not just for Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes, but for Isaiah Bradley, who went away for no freaking reason trying to protect his country and now has super soldier serum in his body and somewhere in Baltimore, Maryland, where his son will soon become Patriot if they ever introduce the Young Avengers, and does not have Alzheimer's or dementia, thank the Lord. And at the end of the show, who finally got his statue right next to Captain America, because we all know, black people know that Isaiah Bradley fought for this country as the following Captain America, but was framed because white people. I'm just saying. Done.
Hey, preach that. But like I said, I like the fact that this show told you could be heroes without powers.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that Sam did not take the injection. There's a reason why, as much as like I'll say this, why John Walker's not a villain. People say he's not a bad guy. He's a respected soldier. It's just he was pressured from the media. That's how media gets to you in the head. Like even I like the fact there's a reason I told you like John Walker steals this series. I'll be honest, he's actually the best developed character in this series. I know but like it showed you like, hey, like he was basically a respected soldier. He wanted to fight for his country. Right?
Yes.
Well, fight for his country. He wanted to fight for his country and etc. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But thing is, he was put into the being America. They did not want Sam being Captain America because it actually does show. What I like about the show is they do not sugarcoat racism. Like the American government did not want Sam as Captain America because he's black. It's so obvious, and he's not.
And that bank loan scene. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they chose John Walker as Captain America. Like, but it's not his fault. He didn't get chosen. It's not his fault. I mean, he did want to give honor to Cap, but thing is, you could tell that the pressure was going into him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that's the reason why a lot of like superstars are like don't like the media because it will f up their mind, and that's a good example of the media effing up someone's mind. Like, this guy was a respected soldier, and unfortunately, of course, his battle star got affected. Right, he got killed.
Oh yeah, his homie got killed.
But that's why people's like, oh, he's bad. No, he's not. That's normal. That's grief.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. It's like he's supposed to be the symbol of hope. He's supposed to no.
no.
If you see your homie who you fought in wars with get
Get killed.
got the way Battlestar did, oh, best believe so. Like I would have done the same thing, but I'm gonna go the Soldier Boy route from the boys and keep hitting and hitting and hitting until his entire head is caved in. Shouts to Gentle Ankles. But no, John Walker was not. I get people are not fans of John Walker because of some of the stuff he said about Sam Wilson, but at the same time, that's like giving Bill Burr the Shield. Bill Burr's gonna do the exact same thing. I'm saying Bill Burr because never mind. I don't know why.
No, but granted, the thing with Steve Rogers is he knew what was right from wrong. That's why he was given this. Yeah, but even here's the thing about Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers was not put on the media a lot because of course he avoided it. That's why. But thing is, he did a lot of shady stuff too.
And he even said that in Winter Soldier when Fury called him out on it. He's like, yeah, we did some things that didn't make us sleep at night, but we did it so that people can be free.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, that's why people say no. Like, soldiers, no matter what, yeah, respect, but they do stuff that makes them. I won't say which. I have a family member that was in a military and they did some stuff that they're not proud of. I won't say woo, but
Same. But,
but going back to where were we?
We're talking about Sam. We're talking about if John Walker was was he a bad guy essentially?
Yeah. So, but thing is, what I like about the thing is, my only problem with this is they made him too good guyish in the end. I get he's trying to be redemption for Thunderbolts, but I'm like, it kind of rushed that. I mean, it's okay, but
that's my problem though, and I think that's my problem with most Marvel shows right now is that after the penultimate episode rushes things like. They rushed when with Sam Wilson trained to become Captain America.
Yeah,
and then with Jury making him a new Captain America suit straight up vibranium, which makes me beg the question: when he was crashing into buildings and falling, why isn't Sam Wilson breaking every bone in his body?
I mean, it does like confirm that the suit is actually vibranium. So it actually has smart writing. So because of that.
That doesn't take away him hitting his head. That's head trauma. That's epidermal hematoma. You're a doctor, Ryan. Come on now.
I'm not a doctor.
Anyways, but no, like a good hit to the head, blunt force trauma. Like you crashing into a freaking building at 100 miles an hour, you are dead. I don't care if your whole body has vibranium. If your head doesn't have the vibranium helmet or whatever. You're dead. At least with Iron Man. Iron Man, we knew his armor could actually take some hits and keep his head protected. Sam's head is not protected whatsoever. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
That's fine. I like the story, but so here's the thing about Sam Wilson's cap. There's a reason why I wish Bucky was Captain America first. Like all you're saying. Because it's going but
bless you, Bucky.
But all I can say is that like they did rush it, but I can see why they had to do it, right? Because the thing is, I'll be honest, like again, politics in today's social circle, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. There's a reason why they put Sam Wilson as Captain America first. Now, it's kind of sad is we will never see Bucky as Cap. Hopefully in the future, but now it looks less likely because he's now in Thunderbolts.
The only way I can see him doing it is they kind of do what they do in the comic book right now. Because there are two Captain Americas in the comic book. There's Sam Wilson and there's Steve Rogers. They both have their different series, and I'm not talking Steve Rogers when he joined Hydra because that was an alt variant Steve Rogers that was a Hydra agent. We're talking about actual God-loving Steve Rogers who loves the ideology of America, but hates what American politics is. Steve Rogers. There's Sentinel Liberty, and then there's another one where it's two different Captain America comic books, but clearly Steve Rogers has one, Sam Wilson has one, and sometimes they do cross over, but they do their own stuff. Now, if they do something like that where they give Bucky the Cap mantle somehow, even though U.S. Agent is already going to be in Thunderbolts, I can see them trying. It's going to be very, very tricky, and you need to have some really good writers to explain why that's going to happen.
Okay. Like I said, it's a series. I wish there was more 9 episodes. I wish there was more episodes. That's all I can say. Now, going forward, because we have, I don't want to take too long for everyone. Zemo, we did talk about Zemo. He did bring back. I'm glad that he has more of a role in this series, and I'm glad that they did he's not really redeemable. Well, it's somewhat redeemable, but thing is, we saw more of his side, like why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, I actually like the fact they made he's a variant. Like, they actually put the costume. And he's a man of honor. I can give, no, man of honor, but you know what I mean. Well, actually, no, he is a man of honor. Like it's like Korag from Power Rangers Mystic Force.
He did give up to the Dora Milaje when everything was said. He's like, look, I'll come in peacefully. I'm good. I already did my job.
Yeah. But I'll say this. Let's talk. Well, what else do we talk about? We could talk about everyone else. Oh, Isaiah Bradley. You talk about Isaiah Bradley. Isaiah Bradley.
Yes, please. Let's get back to that.
Isaiah Bradley, final topic. You go ahead.
All right, Isaiah Bradley. We're introduced Isaiah Bradley in episode 2. We don't know. We know that he's a World War II veteran, but the moment you realize that
he was a Korean War veteran.
My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. Korean. I'm sorry. I'm getting confused. When you find out he's a Korean War vet, because yes, we did fight Korea in the 50s. When you find out that he was a super soldier, the way they do it, we're like, get out of my house, and throws his medal and sticks into the wall. And I'm like, oh, shit. He's an actual super soldier. This is Captain America too. And then you realize he's like, listen, the mantle of Captain America has a lot of blood on it. And it's not Steve Rogers. It is the people who put the mantle on whomever is next. There's so much blood on that damn thing that honestly it's irredeemable. Yes, Steve Rogers was a fine soldier, but look what happened afterwards. They for years were experimenting using Steve's blood to try to create another super soldier, and it all failed. I was one of the few that did make it. And even though I served my country to the fullest, I was still seen as a third-class citizen because of the color of my skin. Captain America can never be black. It don't matter. It don't matter if it's 1950. It doesn't matter if it's 2021. There will never be a Captain America who's black because the country isn't ready for it. And I'm paraphrasing what Isaiah Bradley said, but honestly, there is facts to that. And to this day, there have been people who will say that a black superhero can't sell tickets as much as like another superhero would. It's the reason why a lot of people, including myself, were very happy with the results of Black Panther, because we really didn't have a black superhero at the time that could actually do it. The last time we had a black superhero who was the star of their own movie was Wesley Snipes in Blade Trinity. That movie wasn't that good. And then but you also had Halle Berry as Catwoman, and we do not talk about that movie. Please never have us review this movie, Ryan. I know where you live.
I know.
But that's the reason why I was happy with the results of Black Panther. I'm really excited for Black Panther 2, and I'm glad to see that we have Black Adam. Yes, I know The Rock is half black and half Samoan, but it doesn't matter. But when you have shows like Black Lightning doing well, Luke Cage doing well, which was doing well at the time, was still on, you can have someone be a black superhero and people will love it. And and that was one thing that Sam Wilson at the end of the show was able to do. Yes, they questioned why he's Captain America. Yes, they couldn't believe that he's Captain America. He's no Steve Rogers. But it's not who's going to be the next Steve Rogers. Who's going to be the next person to lead our country as a hero? and stand against the tyranny that not just other countries do, but our country does at the same time. And that's why I think it was a very powerful moment when he brought Isaiah Bradley to the Smithsonian and showed him that, yo, anybody can be Captain America as long as they have a good freaking heart. And you saw Isaiah Bradley's statue. That was a very powerful moment for not just comic book fans, Marvel fans, but black comic book readers as a whole, who, keep in mind, there's only a few limited people who know about Isaiah Bradley's Captain America. You, me, and my brother, who owns all 4 of the paperback comics. There's not a lot of people that know about Isaiah Bradley, and I thank this show for actually bringing that to light.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that they did do that. But also, that scene is also important too, because it actually sets up New World Order. Because there's a reason why Bradley had to be hidden, and now, holy shit! So he's in danger now. So I'll say this: as much as I love Sam's effort for it, he basically effed up Isaiah. Because now everyone, the world knows, oh shit, there's another super soldier, right? Okay. He says, I don't have a problem with Sam really being Captain America. I only have a problem with him having both pieces of the shield.
See, this is why I don't call him Captain America. I call him Captain Falcon.
Yeah, like, again, this is why I said earlier, like, actually, no. I mean, again, see, this is the reason why, like, again, I don't have a problem too. I don't also have a problem with maybe like I said, I don't have a problem with Captain America. Sam Wilson being Captain America, right? It's too soon for me. It's just too soon being Sam. Because the thing is, if you guys read the comics, Bucky became Cap first, right? And it's perfect because it sets him so. Oh, hey, baby! Ah!
Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear my.
I thought hitting the mute button helped, but okay, never mind.
So it's so cute. Sorry, but anyway, like I said, Sam as Captain America was too quick in my opinion. People saying like, oh no, I would love Sam being Captain America, but I think in my opinion it's too quick. Because like Isaiah Bradley could show you, oh shit, a Captain America could be black, and that could inspire Sam Wilson to take the mantle, doing Bucky, right? But the thing is, again, Marvel want to take this route, so MCU want to take this route, Marvel Studios, so
Mm-hmm.
But I do hope someday that they do give Bucky one of the shield, right?
Yeah.
Someday.
What would you give this show? The show overall. I'm not saying just one episode, but like out of 10, what would you give this entire show?
8.
An 8? Okay.
8.
Okay.
A high 8.
Okay. I personally, I'm gonna give it a low 9. I think despite some of my issues that we have talked about and stuff, I still think the cinematography is spectacular. The action scenes, clearly they still got some of the stunt guys who did Winter Soldier and Civil War. I think that the stunt work was great. The acting was spectacular. Again, the chemistry between Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie are some of the highlights.
They killed it. That's why I loved it.
And the introduction of John Walker was
done right. I'm like, that's like that. He could have his own series. Sorry.
Again, Wyatt Russell, the son of Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn.
He's the son of Zeus.
Son of Zeus? Oh. Wait, why you say son of Zeus?
Wait, no. That was Russell Crowe. My bad. That's Russell Crowe. My bad.
Kurt Russell from The Thing, dog. I'm Big Trouble. Ego Living Planet, dog. Jesus. Anyway.
My bad.
Kurt Russell, the son of Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, to be one of the biggest power couples in Hollywood at the time. And you could clearly see as he got his daddy's face and his mama's eyes. And great acting. Julianne Dreyfus coming in as Madame Valentine, or whatever the hell her name is. Madame Hydra. We all know in the comic book, but her name is Valentine. But I was glad that she came in. And hey, shout out to Julia Dreyfus. Julia Dreyfus is still killing it. And stuff, because I remember her as Elaine from Seinfeld, and
and she's also in the MCU now.
Princess Adam from Bug's Life. I love Julianne Dreyfus. I'm a Julia Dreyfus stan. Julia Louise Dreyfus stan. Okay, I'm just saying. And I do think that Emily Van Camp did a pretty good job. Like I said, I really wish that Power was introduced a little earlier and seeing her twist things behind the scenes. But I cannot wait for this show did good enough for me to actually be excited for New World Order.
Yeah.
Or as I like to call it, Captain America NWO.
And also, what I like about it is Zaya Bradley will have a big role too. So we could see the introduction of Patriot in the movie. Because hey, they're setting up Young Avengers. It's obvious they're setting up Young Avengers.
Oh yeah, I mean you have Kamala, you have America Chavez,
you have Kate Bishop.
America.
You also have Spider-Man. Spider-Man's still considered young. He's still a teenager.
Oh, Carl Limby. That's what his name is. Carl Limby. He plays Isaiah Bradley. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, he was the voice of John Jones in the Justice League cartoons and John Jones' daddy in Supergirl season 2 arc. Like that was when they introduced him.
Yes.
But yeah. Anyway,
we went an hour, but yeah, this is Falcon and a Soldier. Great podcast today, Fox. This is your requested podcast, and yeah, we did it.
I love the show. It's in my top 3 as well. This show, Loki, and honestly Hawkeye. I love Hawkeye. That is the perfect Christmas TV show. I love that.
It is. I mean, it's not my top 10, but it's a good feel. The reason why I watch it because of Haley Steinfeld.
See, oh my God, you Haley Steinfeld. I'm joking. I love Haley Steinfeld too.
Hey, come on! I'm happy we have a half Filipina as a superhero, and okay, can I be proud of myself now?
Half Filipina?
She's half Filipina.
No way!
You didn't know that?
Oh, she's from Tarzan. Oh yeah, she's from my fiance's neck of the woods. So
I'm from Woodland Hills, then.
I know.
She's half Asian. She's half Asian.
You're in the valley. That's your neck of the woods.
Yeah, Steinfeld's half Filipina.
Tarzan's in the valley.
So
neck of the woods.
So I'm glad that we have a Filipina as a superhero. So.
But no, you see, you love Haley Steinfeld of the show. I was excited to see Yelena Belova again.
Oh,
I think she was great.
Hello, Kate. Hello, Kate Bishop.
Hi. Kate Bishop.
Hi, Kate Bishop.
Like, it's my first time in New York.
New York.
With the business trip, so time is limited. I really want to see the new Statue of Liberty with the Captain America shield. I can't remember the girl's the female actress who plays her. I can't remember her name because it's kind of hard to say.
Florence Pugh.
Okay, Florence Pugh. I love Florence Pugh. She was great as Paige playing Paige in Flying with My Family. Yeah. And she in Midsummer. Midsummer is a terrific horror movie. It's made by the same guys who did that stupid movie Hereditary.
There's a new horror movie on Netflix. I want to watch it. Yes.
Got it.
All right, so yeah, guys, this is Falcon and Shoulder. Again, thank you guys for watching this podcast. I know it's a little late, but again, hope you enjoyed. So before we leave, where can I find you, Fox?
Y'all can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @the_Fox. You can find me being a daddy too. You can find me on YouTube at @Reckless_Fox, and you can go F yourself, Ryan. You can get that off. Jesus Christ. Yo, Ryan's girl. I need you to send me any embarrassing photos on Instagram for me, please. That'd be great. I know your name. I'm not trying to get her DDoS, babe. Anyways, and y'all can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Fox. Currently, I'm actually finishing fixing up my computer, so I'm gonna try and get the big stuff put on because October is coming, and I want to do some horror games, and I kind of want to finish Outlast. So there you go. Also, real quick, Ryan, what is our next movie together?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean. This might didn't mean it.
What is our next movie together?
Well, next movie will be next week. Monsters Inc. Power Scooby Doo. Monsters Unleashed. It's either that or maybe possibly a Batman film.
Yeah, that's the answer I needed.
But next week.
A batch of toxic waste from your cooling textile plants. By the way, how's Fred Atkins, your old partner? Hi, Max, remember me? I'm Fred N. Yeah, you want to agree any other body parts?
Okay.
Batman Returns, my favorite episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Anyways, Ryan, where can they find you?
They can find me at You can find me at this. Here we go. Instagram. Yeah, here's that,
You can
guys.
find her on Instagram, Dancerboy247. You can always find her on the Buttery Show and Morphin Network. There you go. I'm helping him out right now.
Yes. All right, guys. So tomorrow, me and Jacqueline will be doing a 1999 Batman film, and maybe next.
It's okay. Y'all have a good time. I'm watching.
And then next week we will have. I don't know what's happening next week. That's how I don't know. Maybe something will happen. It's either Batman or Scooby Doo. Let's see the two.
Either one.
But, yeah. But anyway, guys, this is the Buttery Show. Again, this is my boy Leo. Thanks for hosting today.
Anytime. And here's a little Simba.
That's a little Falcon.
You gave him titties, baby.
This is the Buttery Show, guys. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye bye.
Goodbye.